In this life, I think your prayer point should be, let your destiny helper locate you, and in due time. Like, your destiny helper shouldn't be late at all. So this is the case of Folarin and Kimberly. We all know that the last thing was when Kimberly was partying. Okay, so she was bored and she needed to change location. So she called her Betty. She was like, Betty, her friend Betty that stays at Munshi. Betty, please, can I come over? My dad is not around and I'm bored. Betty was like, okay, you can come over. So on her way to Munshi, she got kidnapped by Folarin. It was not Folarin's intention to kidnap her. Folarin's mom was actually held captive because he couldn't pay the ransom of $10,800. That's over 10.8 million naira. So he was actually devastated. He didn't know what to do. So when Folarin saw Kimberly walking on the streets of Mushi, because Kimberly had a misunderstanding with the taxi, she didn't know where she was going. So the taxi man was very angry and dropped her halfway. So she just needed to trek down to find Betty, her friend, at Mushi. Okay. So Folarin was like, he saw Kimberly's phone and he decided to take the phone, not knowing that Kimberly was going to run after him and kept screaming, thief, thief, thief. So Folarin didn't know what to do other than to knock her off and then take her in his room. So let me say, at this point, Kimberly was kidnapped and she tried everything possible to reach her dad. Dad wasn't nowhere to be found. But one thing that Kimberly noticed was how nice Folarin was to her. So at the point, she had to open up. She was like, he bought her food, bought pizza. When Kimberly asked for that, Kimberly was like, she doesn't take sachet water. This guy went as far as getting bottled water for her. He even gave her the type of meals that he has never had all through his life. So at the point, Kimberly was like, this can only take a very considerate man, that maybe this man wasn't really bad as he portrayed. So that changed narrative she had for Folarin. Okay. On the other hand, the dad was having good time with Clara, the girlfriend, that's to be stepmom. But along the line, because of Clara's attitude towards when Kimberly was kidnapped, Clara kept saying, involve the police, leave Kimberly there and all that. So the man now come to a conclusion that true, this girl no like me, no like my family, because Kimberly told Folarin that she is scared that the father will marry Clara and Clara does not like her. So it became very obvious to the dad that Clara wouldn't be a good stepmom to Kimberly because Clara does not like the daughter. So on the other hand, they tried everything possible. So meanwhile, Folarin at a point had to open up to Kimberly. Folarin was like, Kimberly, that the mom is being held by Adenu, and if he didn't bring money, the mom would be killed. And Kimberly now decided to work hand in hand with Folarin, because Kimberly believes that the dad has money, and because the dad is always acting very busy for her, that the dad deserves to be taught a lesson for leaving her all the time. So Kimberly worked very well with Folarin, even kept giving Folarin expos, how to do proper kidnap, because Folarin was slacking big time. He was not doing it well. So Kimberly was like, you need to do something. You guys, guess what? At a point, these guys fell in love. Even while this Aduni is a very bad person, Aduni at a point they now figured out that she was the one against behind all these things. So what she basically do is that she will give you a diamond jewelry to deliver, and then she will send someone to come and steal that diamond ring, diamond jewelry, just to keep you captive, just to frustrate your life, for her to keep taxing you. So at the point, the friend, I can't remember his friend, the friend's name, Tunde, who is a blogger. Tunde was now Folarin that finally Betty has been kidnapped. So meanwhile, let me not scatter you guys' head. Okay, so Betty was now in search of the friend Kimberly, because Kimberly already told her that she was coming. So Betty had to involve Aduni, because she knows Aduni is a bit rough, but she didn't know the type of things Aduni does for a living, not knowing that she's actually a kidnapper and a blackmailer. So when Betty met Aduni, and Betty now told Aduni, please, can you help me to find my friend Kimberly? So can you guys imagine what Aduni did? Aduni sent the boys to go and look for Kimberly, rescue her from the kidnapper and still kidnap her back. more it choke. This film is a must watch for me. I feel this film is all about suspense. There's emotions here and there, and lastly it's a bit of comedy because I kept laughing towards the end of the video. At a point, Kimberly fell in love with Folarin, and they were kissing and wanted to do. Kimberly now opened up and told Folarin that she hasn't done this before, that she's scared. Folarin was like, wow, as big as you are, you've not done it. But meanwhile, so after a while, they paid the ransom of 20 million naira and Kimberly was released. But one thing I don't understand in the movie is, did the money go to Aduni? Because as a matter of fact, they said that the police intervened and rescued and freed everyone. That they found out that Aduni is into drugs and a kidnapper, so they freed everyone that the lady held, including Folarin's mom and other people in the warehouse where they should usually jump all of them. So I don't know if the money given to Folarin was for him to start up his life, because Folarin made it clear to Kimberly that he just needs to go back to school, study, and leave this environment. That the environment is very toxic for for him and his mom. So yeah, this is how the video ended. Literally, it's one of the best. I loved it. The end part was good. So when Kimberly was released and she got home, the dad welcomed her and then promised her that he will be there for her and he's going to send her back to the States. So I don't know if Kimberly later fell in love, like whether he started up a relationship. Maybe the film will have part 2. Let's see. Thank you so much for watching up until. Let me know the highlights of this video for you. You are watching Julie Harrison React. I would like to have you here. Do subscribe for more. This is Love and Blindfold. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.